What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to start now our mechanical system. For the first part of our mechanical system, we are going to place spaces in our project. Okay, so what is spaces? So if you go to the Analyze tab, Spaces and Zones, so you can see here space. So spaces allows you to calculate the volume of the areas in the building. So basically, it contains information about the location in which they are placed and other helpful information regarding the area of our building. Okay, so that is the first thing that we are going to do. So before we place the space, so we need to configure the link model for space bounding. So as you can see, we have a link model here, which is architectural link model, which is this one. Okay. You can also try this exercise using your own architectural model linked to your MEP project. But if you also want to avail the exercise files that I am using right now to support me, okay, so you can check the video description. I have included a link there to avail the files, okay? Now, so let's go back. So let's configure the link model for space bounding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the link model, and then after that, let's go to the properties, and then let's look for the edit type to open up the type properties. There you go. So on the type properties, you can see here the option room bounding. So the most common method of designing systems in Revit is to work within a link architectural building model, just like what we have. Okay, so if you are going to check the room bounding here, which is what we are going to do, okay, so it will make the architectural components such as the walls, ceilings, and floors recognized as boundaries for spaces, which is essential when you are going to place spaces in your architectural project or in your architectural model in MEP project. So spaces, it's like rooms in architectural discipline. Okay, so you just need to check that one every time you're going to set up your mechanical project using architectural link model. Okay, so let's select here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to add a plenum level. So we create a plenum level so that you can place spaces in the unoccupied plenum areas, like areas between the ceiling and the floor above of the building. Okay, so basically you must place spaces in all areas so that the model is accurate. Okay, right, so to do that, let us open up our section elevation view. Let's say West MEP. Let's double click that. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to create a level 2 above here. Like I want to create level 2 plenum level. Okay, so to do that, let's create a level. So let's go to architecture, and then after that, from the datum, I'm going to select level. Let's click that one, and then let's use peak lines. Click that. And then make sure create plan view is checked here so that after we create our level here, it will also automatically create the associated plan views of our created level. So that's why I'll check that one. And then I'll use here the offset. I'm going to specify 8 feet. Okay, so it's just my computer is hanging. All right, so let me just type now 8 feet. There you go. And then again, using the peak lines option, specify offset. Okay, and then you move your pointer, and then you try to hover it on level 2 until you see the dotted line above level 2. You see that one? So that is the distance 8 feet. So once you see that, just click to place your level. Okay, and then after that, modify. And then after that, I'll just change the name of this. So I'll click that. I'll name it level 2 plenum. And then I'll just click outside. Okay, so would you like to rename corresponding views? Yes, because I also want to change the floor plan associated with that level. So I select yes. And then let's go check our project browser. It's here. Click that, click that one. There you go. So there's our level 2 plenum. Okay. So I'm going to open my level 2 plenum. Just double click that. There you go. Okay. Now let us modify the properties of our plenum. Okay. So you can change the scale here, by the way, if you want. Okay, so as you can see, our level 2 plenum is under question mark. Okay, so it's not under design, it's not under architectural MEP, HVAC, lighting, or whatever. So it's just under question mark. So what we are going to do is, let's check the properties of that. Okay, and then let's escape to deselect any selected object. So we just want to modify the level 2 plenum. Okay, so let's specify the subdiscipline. That's the reason why it's question mark. So the subdiscipline is not defined, and also the view classification is not defined as well. You see it's blank. That's why it's question mark. Okay, so let's change that one. So for the subdiscipline, I want that to be under MEP design. Click that. So if I select here apply, and then check again the project browser, as you can see, it's now under MEP design. Now we still have one more question mark here. It's because the view classification is not defined. So I'm gonna change that to design, and then apply. Let's check again. Project browser, there you go. So design, MEP design, level 2 plenum. So it's not under question mark anymore. Okay, and what else? So let us also specify the view range. Okay, view range. So let's click the view range. Let's check this one out. So for the view range, if you want to learn more about the view range, you can click the link here. So if you click that one, so it will open up the link of our view range. So there's the view range. So it is a set of horizontal planes that control the visibility and display of objects in a plan view. This is very useful. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so that's the drawing. That's the illustration. Okay, so if you want to know more about the view range, you can just go to this link and then just try to study this one. It's very simple. Okay, so let me just minimize this one, go back to the exercise, and then you can also click show here just to give you an idea what is the key here. So we have the primary range. So we have the top, cut plane, bottom, and then we have the view depth, which is level here. So what is the primary range top? That is that one, number 1. So the highest. Okay, so what I want is, I want the top to be level above, which is level 3. I want my view range, I want my primary range top to be level above. Okay, but I do not want to have an offset. So I just want the highest is level 3 without an offset. So I just make it 0 offset for the level 3. So this is the view range. And then for the cut plane, I'm just going to make it 1 foot. Okay, and then for the view depth. Okay, so for the view depth, I'll just make it, okay, so it's already level 2. And then the offset, just make it 0. Okay, so basically that's the view range of my level 2 plenum. So the highest is level 3, cut plane, which is this one, number 2. So the offset of that is 1 foot. The bottom is level 2 plenum. And then the view depth is level 2 plenum, also 0. So if I select here apply, See, it changes the view here of my floor plan. Okay, and then I'm going to select here. Okay, there you go. So it controls the view range. Right? Okay, and then after that, the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a view template in this view. Okay, so let's create a view template from that. So we are going to create, so let's right click, create view template. Okay, so let's say I'll name it plenum view, and then I'll select OK. So there's now my view, plenum view template, and then I'll select OK. So basically, we created a view template out of the settings that we have used here, so that later on, if we are going to have level 3 plenum or level 4 plenum, we just need to apply this view template so that it will have the same settings like this view here. Okay, so I'll just select here OK. Right, so that's it for setting up our view. So for our next exercise, we are going to start placing the spaces. So this is just an exercise on preparing our building for placing the spaces. For the next exercise, we're going to place the spaces. All right, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.